Hey, this is SEAC retired John Wayne Troxel. You're listening to WTF Nation Radio, the station of choice for all of the badass MFers on the planet.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio. The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
What's going on, guys, gals? Welcome to the WTF Nation Radio's pre-game tailgate party. I'm sitting here right now with our guest. We're actually going to have two guests, but the guest that I have right now is Colonel Daniel Blackmon, also known as Uncle Redleg. What's going on, Daniel?
How are you? Good to see you.
Go Army, beat Navy.
Got a little loud. The CNO, so the Chief of Naval Operations just rolled out, so there were a bunch of cops that just rolled by.
Oh, okay. All right.
So we have Navy high brass here now, so I think we're okay.
Okay. So where are you currently at right now?
So right now I'm right outside. So right behind me that way is the stadium for the Army Navy game, but I'm at a Legacies Alive tailgate. Legacies Alive is a nonprofit organization that it's really about to keep fallen soldiers, their legacies alive, hence the name. It's run by a couple of West Point grads. There's some Naval Academy folks that are part of it as well, I believe. And they just honor Gold Star families. And so a lot of Gold Star families are actually here. Legacy Alive brings them in, takes them to the games. It's such a fun experience to be around. And they get to spend a lot of time kind of remembering their loved ones, but in a pretty cool environment.
So we're going to talk to them in a few minutes. How when did you graduate? You're a West Point grad, right?
I am a class of 1997, and you don't realize how long ago that was until you start walking around these tailgates and you start seeing like class of 12 and 13, and you're like I'm not even in the same century anymore. So I'm realizing how I'm not as young as I think I am, but yeah, that's the cool part about the Army is you're surrounded by young people on a regular basis, so it kind of keeps you young at heart.
Now, you have West Point running through your family right now. Do you have any? Do your parents serve at West Point or go to West Point? Any children, siblings?
So I don't. My family all served. My grandfather and my father both served, but they were actually in World War II, a little bit older. And I ended up at West Point kind of in mostly because I can play golf, and I was a pretty good golfer, and I was a Division I. I was a recruited golfer. Otherwise, I probably don't get in. Went there to play Division I sports and fell in love with the culture and the Army itself and kind of the team mentality of it. But didn't intend to stay for 25, almost 26 years, but here I am still doing it. And then my son is actually a plebe right now, so he's here in his first Army Navy game as a cadet.
Yeah, we try to get him. We try to get him on, but I guess there's some sort of cadet thing they got to do before the game starts. What happened? What happened with that?
Yeah, no, that's right. They got to do a march on. So there's a march on. The Naval Academy does it, and the West Point does it. And I'll tell you, we may not win every game, but I promise you, we win every single march on. There's just something about our ability to march. I guess it's the sea legs, the Naval Academy. I'm not sure what it is, but we win the march on every single year. But that's what he's doing right now. And in true Army fashion, I think the march on's happening at like 12:30 or 1. And I had to have him here this morning at 9 o'clock. So we had the first sergeant timeline in full effect this morning to make sure that he got where he needed to be by 1 o'clock. We had to have him here by 9 o'clock in the morning. So with the tailgate since then, though, it's okay.
Oh, I hear you. So now these all cadets are run by themselves, right? Who runs the cadets?
Yeah, no, the Corps cadets is cadet led. So now there's officers in charge that help with the process, kind of mentor them through it. But it's cadet led. So I mean, he's got a team leader who's a sophomore. He's got a squad leader who's junior. He's got a platoon leader that's a senior, and a company commander that's a senior. And, you know, it kind of goes up the chain. But the whole corps is led by cadets. Like I said, with some mentorship from active duty officers and NCOs who come in and really kind of teach them how to lead.
Somebody shot me a question and asked me, even though there's an Army Navy game, is there a with the cadets? Is there an Army Navy game with the cadre? Like, do the instructors have their own version, like how we have a turkey bowl at units? Do the NCOs and officers do the same?
You know, actually, there is in different places. So I actually got to know one of my son's friends is in ROTC program at University of Missouri, and they did an Army Navy ROTC flag football game just this week, where they played each other, and then when, like at the War College, we did an Army Navy game, and I believe it. So there's multiple Army Navy games that get played this week, kind of like the Turkey Bowl, and depending on the age of the athletes, it probably depends on how many injuries end up happening.
I don't know about you, but I'm in my prime. What are you talking about? I got invited to one, and I hung out, and man, those kids are. Nah, I wasn't going to play with my retired ass.
Well, last year I made a mistake when I was in Brigade Command of doing instead of doing a traditional turkey bowl, we did those knocker balls.
Yeah.
You know, throw balls, and it almost cost me. It almost cost me my right knee.
So with the.
I was going to stop playing.
So, you know, go back to the cadets. How are they? I mean, they lead themselves. Do they punish themselves? How is it? Do they? Because I'm always fascinated, and the audience is asking. Okay, so if they lead themselves and they have NCOs, are those instructors, those officer instructors, or NCO instructors? Do they give them like, this is how a first sergeant acts, or this is how does that work?
Yeah, so I mean, there's a little bit of that, right? I mean, there's almost every instructor they have is an active duty officer of some sort, right? And they have non-commissioned officers as part of their companies, and they're called TAC NCOs, and they really do spend a lot of time talking about, hey, this is a different role of a team leader, of a squad leader, of a platoon sergeant. So they get to develop some of those relationships with those folks. And they learn a lot about it through the process, but you know, it's nothing like being in the real Army, right? So they only get a little bit to it, but they do get a lot of discussion about it, and then there's a little bit of actual practical exercise, so to speak, right? So, there we go. So this is Mark Fidelsky. So I was talking about live. He's one of the founding members of it.
Hey, what's going on, Mark?
Hey, how's it going?
How you doing?
When did you graduate? 2009?
Yeah, I graduated in 2009. Started the organization in 2014.
So when I was back at West Point as an instructor, I convinced this guy to go field artillery. He did. Went to field artillery. Went to Hawaii.
That's right.
Then went to the Ranger.
Dan got me to Hawaii.
Yeah, long story. And then he ended up going to the Ranger Regiment after that. So spent some time in the Ranger Regiment, and then got out. Started this organization, and it still has a real good hand in with the veteran community, which is awesome.
Awesome. So you're how long have you been with Legacies Alive?
We started in 2014. Mike Beatty, who's coaching for West Point, we were getting out. Mike had got out in 2013, and I just come back from my third deployment. We just wanted to find, you know. We felt that there was a gap between, you know, people that we had lost and you know, their families that were left behind. And we said, well, what can we do? So we didn't have mission, vision, objectives. We said, well, let them go create that. And so we said, we want to go meet the families. So we started walking around the country. And so I was stationed at the time in Tacoma, Washington, and then Mike walked from Tacoma down to San Diego, across the country to Savannah, Georgia, and up to Baltimore. We ended in a 2014 Army-Navy game. So, you know, that's really our vehicle. That's our platform, because, you know, you can't scream from a mountaintop, but if you have the physical ability to go out and make a statement, because people always say, at the beginning it was what are you doing? And that's not the question. It's not what we're doing, but it's why we're doing it. And then we were fortunate enough. My brother served in the SEAL teams for about 10 years, and one of his guys, Chris Ring, then swam the length of the Mississippi River.
Oh, wow.
The following year. And then we had someone bike, a Gold Star Mother bike from San Diego, California to the World Trade Center. So we use these physical events really to go out, and you can see behind us the Gold Star families. They're coming in from all over the country, but that just allowed us to go out and meet people. Because Gold Star families, unfortunately, are everywhere. So they're not just in metro areas or by Army bases. They're, along the banks of the Mississippi, and they're in, Iowa. And so that's our vehicle to do it. We raise money to go and build memorials in the hometowns. And really, it's about celebrating how they live, not how they die. I mean, there's a very big difference between those two things.
Did it get hard to get stood up? I know some nonprofits are pretty difficult to. Can you give us the timeline of how that happened? I mean, what was the epiphany? What was we need to do this? What was it that drove you to found it?
Well, it was easy because we have a good mission, because we had a drive to do it. So that part was easy. Now, if you want to talk about the mundane, I actually said, I remember Googling what is a nonprofit organization, and I said like 501c3. What is a 501c3? And then a lot comes with that, and we do have a lot of responsibility. But we have a lot of brains around the problem, but bigger, more important than brains, we have big hearts around the problem. And, that's it. Today we have 97 Gold Star families here. There's about 300. Probably can't see everyone. There's about 350 people that'll be here at the tailgate today. We just had the chief of naval operations stop by. So, we've grown this. It's not just focused. I mean, today is all about Army and beating Navy, but
of course,
we represent every branch of the military. And what we love about this isn't just our military in general. It doesn't matter if you're rich, you're poor, you're black, you're white, you're Catholic, you're Jew. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. It's just that we all have the common bond of patriotism, love of country, and we want to honor the men and women that were killed and continue to support their families and continue exactly what our name is and keep their legacies alive.
Now, currently, I mean, aside from attending the Army Navy game, do you have any other events that are coming up soon that we could highlight?
Yeah, so we have several different touch points throughout the year. I mean, just going through the calendar year, we'll kick off. We're going to, this whole COVID thing kind of interrupted the legacy.
Oh, uh-oh. Oh, there he goes. All right, hang on. Wait, hang on. I think something happened with the sound. Oh, Dan, did you red leg this thing? Did you red leg it? hang on. Let me grab you. Hey, call back. Let me hang up on you and then call back. Hit back. Okay, let's wait for this. Oh man, that was getting good. Let's see if it hits up again. Oh man, let's see. Oh man, did we glitch it? Did we glitch it? Oh man, there's still something we need to talk about. All right, let's see. Let's see, refresh. Hey, it's at a tailgate. Give me a break. All right. Well, we'll wait till we get him back, and then we'll see if he's back. We'll come. Oh, there he is. Oh. There we go. Oh. Are you there? His arms are probably tired. Exactly. Okay, you there? Can we hear you? Can you hear us? That's so weird. Can't Oh, he's calling. Who's he calling? So let's see something right quick. Hang on. Okay, hang on. All right, hang on. Let me get you up. Let me get you back. Let me get the guys back on here. Hang on. Oh, okay. I can see him, but I can't. We need Starlink. Yeah, I could see it, but I can't. Can you hear me? Yeah, we got no sound. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if maybe the sound's being overwhelmed or whatever. We're good on this end. Let's see. Hang on. Let me play with some other stuff in here. Yep, I don't know what's going on. Man, that sucks. Hang on for a second. Yeah, hang on. Well, shit. Let's see. All right, there we go. There we go.
How about now?
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
There we go.
All right. Sorry.
We'll blame it on the signal.
I red-legged it.
You red-licked it. It's okay. Okay, so what events do you have coming up?
Yeah, so I was saying that we got tripped up by COVID a little bit. That it was harder to do these legacy challenges. We'll announce our 2023 legacy challenge in January, February. So that'll take place in September and go through November of next year, which will be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to that. Really building the Gold Star family base. But we have a Gold Star picnic in July. We always have it for the July weekend. We have the Mountain Men Memorial March in Tennessee. We have a few different golf outings throughout the year. But really, it's touch points that we try to make some on the East Coast, some on the West Coast. Our legacy challenge next year will be on the West Coast, and also we'll be building two legacy two memorials next year as well. So we've got a lot going. So yeah, it's great to get everyone together. Wherever we are, and our families travel. They make vacations out of it. So it's good.
So do these events travel? I mean, do you have? Well, you're. Hang on for a sec.
Sorry. We got buses coming. So here comes the football teams are coming in. It's never quiet. Well, it's the Navy, so we can do it if we want. I'm sorry, did I say Navy? I meant NASA.
It's NASA. NASA. Yeah, don't get us started.
NASA's coming in.
U.S. space.
Weird, they're not in spaceships though. They're like just regular old buses.
Wow. Okay. Right, so do these events? Do you have with your calendar coming out? Are these traveling events? Are they going to be at different locations?
They're going to be at all different locations.
How many? I guess you would say branches or offices for Legacies Alive do you have?
So our headquarters is right outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where our executive director is, and then by design, our board is all throughout the country.
Somebody just.
We also.
No, go ahead.
No, throughout the years, our vision here is that this is not we lead the organization, but we want the Gold Star families to lead the organization. So, the president that sits on our board of our Gold Star families is Carol Berberich, the mother of Brian Piercy, who was killed in Afghanistan, who was he was enlisted and was in Matt Hernandez's platoon, who we played football with at West Point. So she's done a tremendous job for us. She's been with us from the very beginning. She lives right outside of Los Angeles, and so she heads that and really corrals the family, and that is she speaks on behalf and makes sure that our vision is always to the true north.
That's awesome. Somebody just shot me a message saying, "Hey, how's the weather today in Philly?"
Oh, it's not bad. Actually, the sun's out, so it's actually not too bad.
I think it's great.
I have layers on, and I've got more layers to put on if it starts getting cold because I'm Smart Ranger, not Cold Ranger. So, but no, right now it's actually pretty good. I shed a couple layers, and I'm trying to.
It's not what Dan said a few minutes ago. He said he was going shirtless.
I've got Go Army.
I was about to say you got it plastered. Yeah, got it plastered across your chest. That's so awesome.
Wants to see that.
So is what I'm gonna do is I'm dropping the donate in all the chats. So right now all the fans across the platforms are getting the Legacies Alive donate link.
Awesome.
So
thank you.
So that way you guys can and I already got it posted up right now. You could do it through PayPal. You could do it through MasterCard. You could do it. There's instructions on the site to do it. One time or reoccurring. So are you guys? Do you guys go visit not Gold Star families, but do you guys visit Wounded Warriors at Walter Reed or Bethesda? No.
We don't do that, not because we don't want to, but,
right.
We try to stay very pure
right.
to our mission, and that is, it's a capacity. I wish that we would, have that capacity. We don't right now.
No, I understand.
Yeah, and I do want to say one thing on the donate. We're very proud of this, but above 97% of donations, every dollar, 97 cents goes to directly supporting Gold Star family. So we have very, very minimal overhead, and I think that that's special, and that's something that we work very hard to do, because I know when I donate money, I want to make sure it's getting to exactly what I want it to be getting to.
Real quick, somebody just asked me, tell us about the Legacy Challenge.
The 2023?
Correct.
I'd be front running a lot of people if I said that, but
it's gonna be really hard.
It'll be good. It'll be good.
So
it's really hard.
So it's like an Ironman event, a PT event, or something like that.
Yeah, it'll have a wow factor.
Awesome. No rappelling, no fast roping out of aircraft, though, right? I mean, so retirees could attend without having to worry about breaking legs or something.
Yeah, if they're repelling for a few months, maybe, but we like it. We look for challenges somewhere between 2 and 6 months, because it's a duration, right? It's a way to get out, and again, like, we're moving at a snail's pace now. When Chris Ring swam the Mississippi, it took him 181 days. He averaged 14 miles in the water per day. But if you think about that, that just means that we're just inching down, and so it builds the momentum. And with in what we're trying to accomplish here is our Gold Star families. They're normal people, right? Like, it could have been me, it could have been Dan, it could have been any veteran, but it's like, we just want their loved ones' names to be said again, and that's what you'll hear from them. And it's getting into the community, and when they go to the grocery store, it's like they tell you, people put their head down because they don't know how exactly to approach it. They know the story, but it's like, hey, it's good. Let's talk about it. Let's reinvigorate that community. Let's get them back. That gives us an opportunity to get back. Whether it's in the local newspaper, remembering, was he a great football player? Was she a great volleyball player? What were their contributions? We lead with this. What were their contributions to their community, to their family, to their country?
Right.
That's what we're trying to flesh out at the end of the day. Because if I'm gone tomorrow, it's not just that I'm gone tomorrow, but in my years on this earth, what did I contribute? And that's what we're trying to highlight.
Exactly. You're highlighting legacy is basically what you're doing.
Exactly.
That's awesome. Hey, thanks so much for hanging out. I'm gonna shoot the shit with Dan a little bit more about a PSYOP mission that we just found out that he did, and so, hey, thanks again so much for hanging out.
He was there when we did that.
Well, then you can hang out too. Stan, well, then.
He wasn't there for the mission, but he was in school when it happened.
Oh, okay. Well, then, all right. Well, then hang out.
It was his senior year, but he's got other things to do. So we'll
yeah.
Thank you guys very.
Yeah. Hey, thanks again so much. Oh man, what? Stop hang. You're muted again. Hey, Dan, you're muted again. Okay, he's talking. He can't hear us. Hang on. Muted again. Let's see. Hang on. All right, try this again. Everyone's blowing up my phone. Yeah, we know he's muted. Try again. Let's try again. Start the VSAT, exactly. Oh man, that was fun. Oh, that was so cool. We keep having. Maybe we should have had his S6 show up. Maybe we should have had his glitching in the control room and everything. Exactly. Well, wait. We'll get the. Oh, hang on. There we go.
All right. Yeah, look, I red-legged it again.
We figured as much.
There's a lot of things. So I'm going to walk a little bit as soon as I get away from this doggone tent, because I think it's you got to see some of the stuff that's here, or it wouldn't be as good of a tailgate show.
All right, let's do it.
Walk and talk at the same time.
We could do it. Let's do it.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about leaflet drops.
Yeah, let's talk about PSYOP. Now, that's my forte. That's my deal. And I can't believe that You never told me about. I mean, we've known each other for a minute. I can't believe you didn't tell me about this.
Well, it didn't even occur to me until I'm flipping through CNN, and all of a sudden I see this, this like link, oh hey, they dropped ping pong balls and little leaflets on West Point this week, I guess, right? And I'm like, wait a minute, like, can they not come up with their own original ideas? We did that 14 years ago,
Right?
And it kind of made me a little frustrated because, like, everybody's like, oh, it's really cool, but it really wasn't that cool, and it wasn't even original. So I went back to it and just found the video. I called up the guy who I did it with, who was a cadet. We talked earlier about how cadets are cadet led. He was the cadet spirit guy, and he was like, hey, hey, sir, I got an idea. And so we kind of talked it out. We went and printed out all the stuff, and one of my buddies was a pilot. He was there at West Point with us. They have to maintain their proficiency at flying. So this was just an opportunity for him to get some flight hours in, and so we got him to fly the helicopter with a pilot with him, and I actually found a PSYOP guy. I don't remember the guy's name. He's an NCO that was there. He rigged it all up for us, showed us how to do it, and off we went. I'd done some leaflet drops in Afghanistan in 2004 and 5, but so I kind of knew what it was, but we just had an idea, like, hey, let's try this out, see what we can do.
So
we're gonna trash Navy.
Yeah. So literally, who was the brainchild behind it? Was it you? Who was the one that?
Well, so he came to me with this cadet came to me with the idea of, hey, is this something that, hey, I've read about this somewhere. Is this something you've ever done? And I'm like, well, actually, I have done it. So let's see if we can figure out how to get it done. And then between the kind of two of us talking back and forth, we found a way to get the resources to do it.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
He did some cadet resources, and I had to use some, Now, with that being said, not everybody kind of bought off on the idea. So we kind of just did it and asked for forgiveness.
Yeah, I was ready to ask you, what was the blowback from it?
It wasn't tremendously bad, right? I did get a phone call from the then commandant.
Mm-hmm.
Once he found out it was me, and then I went to see him. And, he was like, "So look, it's Army Navy Week. This is special. This is actually, and I kind of showed him, like, hey, this is military training. Like, this is real stuff that you do. Nobody was, no midshipmen were hurt in the process. We filed a valid flight plan. We rigged it the right way. We had the right people involved, and it's a legit military operation. So I thought, like, hey, this isn't a bad thing to do.
Right.
And if nothing else, it was just, kind of something fun.
Right, exactly.
No, and he kind of like, yeah. Well, but the optics are that we wasted some gas. And I was like, hey, sir, I get it. But the reality is that we had to do the flight hours were going to happen anyway.
Right.
So it wasn't gas we weren't going to use. So it was a valid point at the time. I was like, oh, okay, I didn't think about that. And I thought, but when it was all said and done, we survived.
Yeah, so everyone, because as soon as somebody sent me the link when I guess the Navy sent me some buddies from the Navy were like, look at this, Ken, check this out. What's up with that? How come?
Yeah.
And again, I was just like, there's no way. And then literally it was just timing. The moment that I got the message that the Navy had dropped leaflets and ping pong balls, that's when I saw your tweet. Like, literally diming their asses out, saying, nah, dude, come up with new material.
Yeah. Plus, they put Fly Navy on it. Like, that doesn't even make any sense, right? Like, the Navy's, they're on boats, right? I mean,
yeah.
Fly Navy.
Well, I was about to say, they're kind of getting their signals mixed here. First, they're wearing NASA uniforms, and then they're wearing, now they're wearing dropping leaflets that say Fly Navy. What's up with that?
Yeah, so this is the tailgating alley right now, by the way. I'm not going to walk in there because we won't hear anything. But bottom line, that's all. That's a whole bunch of tailgates happening. And if you kind of go over here, you can see some more happening over there. So right now, there's a whole lot of Army Navy back and forth at the end of this when it's all said and done.
Right.
We'll all come together and we'll have a great time. So that's the cool part about this game. If you've never been, it's definitely a rivalry, but in the end, like, everybody hangs out together and loves each other, and it's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Now, the theme of this is obviously one of my faves. It's the team jerseys are represented with the 1st Armor Division, and in commemoration of Operation Torch. Did you serve in 1st Armor Division?
I was never in 1st Armor. No, I'm a 1st Cav, 25th ID guy mostly. So I've never been 1st Armor, but I love what we're doing with going through the divisions and going through their history.
Yeah.
So both my divisions have actually already gone through, and that's okay. I still love the swag, so it's pretty cool. But
right, exactly.
They did a real good job this year. I'm proud of them, and I think they got some really good stuff. So, but it's cool because it does.
Oh, wait. Hey God, is your sound turn your sound back on? Your sound's off again. Your sound. Can't hear you. Talk. Can we hear you? All right, do it. Let's do it again. Oh man. That's right, go Army. I see a bunch of people in the chats right now. That's awesome. Hang on, let me see if we can get back up again. He's walking around. He's walking around the parking lot of the stadium. So, it's pretty busy right now. I do appreciate him coming on, by the way, and shooting the breeze with us. It's pretty cool. Let's see. See if we can get back on here again. And we'll show you guys my control panel codes and stuff like that again. Is he okay? Yeah, he's fine. Okay, the comments here I'm getting, don't give red legs to Tech. Awesome. Okay, let's see if we can get him back up. All right.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Thank you. No. So, I keep getting phone calls. This is my son. We're getting ready to go to the game. Can
okay.
You hear me?
Yeah, hang on for a sec. Let me get you back on the screen.
All right, hold on. Let me move.
All right, you're back on.
All right, so my son kept calling me. He's over there. They're trying to figure out where I am, so I'm gonna head back over there in a second. But
okay,
so my son kept calling me, and that's what keeps me muting the mic.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, hey, we appreciate you coming on, Dan, and thank you so much for this. This is awesome.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I'll send you some pics of the game while we're going through. It's a pretty cool event, and like I said, the cool part about highlighting the divisions is that it highlights the soldiers that are in the divisions. I mean,
correct.
Yes, the Army-Navy game is very officer-centric, right? I mean,
right.
It's the reality of it. But I can tell you, I've seen it change over the last few years, where the folks at West Point are like, look, it's cool that we have all this commissioning source, but the reality is we do this so that we get a chance to lead soldiers, and so they're taking an opportunity to bring soldiers into it a little bit. Not that we're ever going to get, I'm not going to get a soldier who's from Alabama to ever start rooting for Army in the same vein that they would root for their Roll Tide. But by the same token, it is kind of cool if they can watch the game a couple times and then see a couple guys that maybe at some point in time that's their platoon leader, and
right.
It's kind of neat to have that. It's kind of neat to have that touchback.
Exactly.
And if nothing else, we get to highlight. If nothing else, we get to highlight the history of our Army, which is really cool. And the First Armor Division is just another piece of that.
Exactly. No, couldn't agree more, because the fact that that's what I was telling the audience a few shows back is that, I'm not an officer. However, these are our future leaders, and it represents the heritage that we have in our military to know that, hey, that was my division that I served with. That was my organization and like you said, that was my platoon leader. Like we just talked about earlier about General Dempsey. He was my commander. And so there's that connection that you can make. And also my boss in the First Armor Division also was a West Pointer as well. So, I mean, it's kind of like it's kind of like an awesome relationship that we have. And I think the NCOs need to go ahead and embrace that. that they're future leaders. You know, that they're it's our kids. They're like our kids. You know, watching a football game. So
That's right.
But we know.
I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah. Hey, thanks a lot. And again, this will get posted up, and you go Army, beat Navy.
Yeah, beat Navy.
All right, hang on for a second. Yeah, you take it easy, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right, I'll see you later.
All right, later. Oh man. Okay, so that's it. That's the end of the show. That's the end, or we could say our tailgating event. We thank you guys for tuning in. It was only going to be for a little bit. It went exactly as long as we wanted it to go. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. The game's going to start at 3 o'clock or 1500 Eastern Standard Time. And like he said, he's going to send us some picks and stuff like that. And we will go ahead and, we'll drop picks. Go ahead and pay attention to all of our socials. His social media account right now, he's on Twitter. It's at Uncle Redleg on Twitter. As a matter of fact, let me show you what it looks like here. There we go. There you go. So it's at Uncle at Uncle Redleg. We have some comments that we say about our red leg, but this red leg's cool. How about that? But anyways, at Uncle Redleg on Twitter, and you can see us. You know, right now we're posting the show. It's still going live on Twitter and other social media accounts. And again, thank you guys and gals for hanging out and attending. This little pregame tailgate event. Yeah, I know it's kind of. Yeah, whatever. You know, that's what it's all about. But again, just keep in with the Army spirit, and we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys on the sidelines. I'm gonna go to B-Dubs and grab some wings and enjoy some adult beverages. Hopefully the Army will will do good and beat Navy. So y'all have a good day, and we'll see you on the sidelines. Peace.
Hey, this is SEAC retired John Wayne Troxel. You're listening to WTF Nation Radio, the station of choice for all of the badass MFers on the planet.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio. The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.